know I'm running out of time, so I'll be quick, but the point is, for a brief and terrifying moment, that document was the most notorious document in America. So just an example of how like one person and how one little DIY zine can really make a difference and really get people talking. I'll really quickly talk about DIY blogging. I think you're bringing the internet into this, and so the public sphere changes a little bit, and you have a lot more access to the public sphere. And so that's why I would really encourage anyone that wants to just start out and feels like their voice has been disenfranchised at all. You can very easily go to a library and sign up at blogspot.com or Tumblr or any of those, sites that are totally free, and just write a blog about, anything that you think is interesting. And I think it's just more about like getting your voice heard and not necessarily about having to follow some strict rule about what you think you're supposed to say. It's cheap, and I think more mass media nowadays is looking at, blogs for content, for news. I mean, Reddit has like news before CNN does nowadays, and so it does start to sort of shape our public rhetoric, the sort of cyber feminism that's going on online. So it's just another way for people to get their voices out there, and it's available to everyone, and it's totally free, and something I just really encourage, So that's it. That's basically all I have to say. If anyone has any questions, I don't know how much time I have, but I will be here all day, so. Okay.
Can you speak about because you said you made your first zine, what was that like? Transferring from
Yeah, so what I did, it was a collaborative thing, so I asked other people to write, which was the biggest difference, because it wasn't just my content. I adapted articles I had already written and put it in my zine. I could have very easily created new articles as well. But I think the main difference is when you write a blog, it's just like you go online, you write it, and you upload it, and then like that's it. But when you do a zine, it's like way harder than I would have ever thought. I honestly had no idea. It's awesome. It offers like a lot of more opportunities, I think, like aesthetically and collaboratively than blogging does. But you need a lot more time to do like zine making. Obviously it costs a little bit more. So my experience was just like, don't be an asshole and think that this is gonna be really easy, because it's like not at all. So that's the main difference, really. I just think blogging is easier, and I tend to write more stream of consciousness on a blog, whereas in the zine, I think I try to write a little bit more concisely to sort of just try and get whatever information out as sort of the best I can within the space, right? And there's just so many other things you have to account for when making a zine, other people, graphics, and there's just so many different layers, that you have to think about, as opposed to if you blog, it's just like, bam. This is my zine. No, like donations, but it's just more like I want people to, definitely see it, and they're all scented with geranium oil, which is, if you smell it, that's what it is. And some of them have a little bit of a mess up, so there's a little glitter limited edition stamp. So you have options if you would like. But yeah, I'll pass some of these around. Just let you guys take a look at it if you want. And I have a bunch of them here. I'll be like hanging out. So if you have any questions, you can come up to me and talk to.
You said it's about
Yeah, so it's personal narratives of different women that have like anxiety issues, that depression. There's so many different mental health issues nowadays, and I just think that we're just now starting to talk about like destigmatizing it, but I still don't think we're like taking the direction in the right way, because I think we're just not really. I really think personal narratives and first-hand accounts are really crucial and essential to really understanding the roots so I wanted to kind of look at how, your gender roles in society shape, your cognition, right? Shape the way you think, and how the way you think ends up relating to your mental health. And so, it's not necessarily me saying like women are, crazier than men. And I feel like a lot of people took it like I was trying to say like the exact opposite, right? That like it's okay for us to say maybe women are more likely to have anxiety or depression, and maybe we should start to look at like our social systems that disenfranchise women and create violence towards women. And I don't know, maybe that's why sometimes women have anxiety. And I'm just opening up the dialogue. I don't know. I don't have like these answers, but I think like we should be careful how we shape these types of things, because these are people's lives.
Is it like a collection of people that you know, or are these like personal narratives from like previously established writers?
Right. They're people that I know personally. Most of my friends tend to be like writers or sort of in the realm of journalism. So most of them have some type of kind of like background in writing. But no, they're just all of my friends, like women I know. And we sit around and talk about this kind of stuff. And what I found was really